Good morning, everybody. This is 3333 Lightworker bringing to you this week's tarot reading from the 20th to the 27th of July, 2026. And I hope that before I get started, I hope everybody is doing well, especially in this heat wave that everybody is experiencing. And like I've mentioned before, I live in California and our weather has been between 89 and 99 degrees. So my hair is up in a scrunchie, and if you can tell, I'm wearing a t-shirt, no makeup on, because I'm trying to breathe. And it's been, I think I've drank more water than I have in the last couple months, just to stay cool. Love those ice cubes. They do come in handy. Anyway, let's get started and with the thing. And the one thing that after meditating for a half hour, we should all know that we're becoming to fade in and out of Mercury retrograde, meaning by the end of this month, which is only like a week and a half away, that's when Mercury retrograde ends. Now, and if you follow me, that you'll know that prior to when Mercury retrograde begins, we're in that shadow period. So I always count the shadow period as Mercury retrograde. So I'm telling you that this week things are going to start to move forward slowly at first, but then by the end of the month it'll rapidly whatever. The only thing is I would warn you about is spending more money than you have. Be sure that you have plenty of money to cover those bills that may come up. And then also it's time for all of us to learn to budget our money. I've had several people email me about finances, and I try to tell them, I try to be very logical where money is concerned. And, saving, and if you're looking to buy something, always put part of your paycheck, or maybe if you're retired, your Social Security, take a portion of that and put it into your savings. It's like you're paying yourself, Don't look at it, don't use it, whatever. You're paying yourself before you have to deal with all the normal adult things in life that keeps on, following us until we pass on to the afterlife. Anyway, just know that this week things should be coming together. Things that you were thinking about and wondering about, this, that, and the other, all of a sudden you'll find the exact answer you've been looking for. Maybe you're going through your clothes and you're throwing out some clothes that you haven't worn in over 10 years, and you find that an object that you've been thinking of and you don't know whatever happened to it, and you find it. Also, if somebody has been ghosting you and not returning any of your emails because their product is not working, and their links that they gave you is not working, and they're just gaslighting you, know that they'll return your call. Will email you or whatever and say their apologies. They're not apologetic, or they're not truthful in that, but don't say anything. Just welcome the answer that you've been looking for. Okay, and so I want to get on with this. So let's move forward. Life is going to be, moving forward. And then by August, things should be like zippity doo-dah. Things will just be happening. You'll be busy. Maybe you get that job or that contract for the next 6 months. But be leery of the people that come up to you towards the end of Mercury retrograde. They're going to try to sell you something, or say, or maybe it's a loved one or an ex. They may try to want to come back and spend some money on you. Don't buy into it. I'm telling you, they haven't changed. You have, but they haven't. And so you must be strong. And we had this card before, flexible, but it came up again. So, like I said, been saying, time to just stay flexible for the next week and a half and let Mercury retrograde play itself out. So I'm hoping that everybody is looking for, I'm getting the chills. Boy, I always get the chills when I am spot on. My angels, I have several angels guiding me and protecting me. And whenever I'm right or spot on, they just give me a little signal that I'm doing good. And so hopefully everything is going well with everybody this week. And okay. Oh, okay. Here we go. So far we've got soulmates, truth be told, flexible, building blocks, to be fair, same as the other cards that we've had in previous readings. So maybe a lot of you haven't been paying attention to my readings and trying to help you avoid certain people, places, and things. Yeah. So we're having a like a repeat this week, continuing on, and it's Mercury retrograde. Like I said, we're winging ourselves away from it. So the same things are going to keep on going until each and every one of us pays attention to what's going on with our lives. And those people that, ghosted you a while back because they were afraid or maybe they weren't ready, you've already moved on. You passed and say, if you're not interested, cancel, clear, delete, next, on to the next person. And so, it's time to take care of yourself. Maybe if you, with this heat and everybody's going through it too, especially the humidity, oh my Lord. I had the fan on directly on my face. I tell you, it's been a tough week weather-wise, and I keep on praying to the angels, asking them to tone down the heat. We don't need it. Nobody wants it. So please, please help us that way. Okay, so let's just I'm going to take these two left over here. See, not for you, and loyal heart. Not for you. I told you, those exes and those people trying to buy their way into your heart and maybe think that you're stupid enough to pay attention to that. You're not gonna let them. You're not gonna let them take over your life and ruin it again because they think you have the pot of gold that they're looking for. Maybe you do, maybe you don't, but don't. If you get some extra money or you've got that extra contract that you signed, do not tell anybody. Keep it to yourself and wait until certain things have happened. And then if the conversation starts up with that, then go ahead. So let's just start talking about soulmates. Let me bring that up to you. Soulmates, this might be two people. I'm seeing two people coming up, not because there's two penguins, but two people that may want your attention this coming week. One might be an ex, and one might be somebody younger than you that has a keen eye on you and wants to take you on a date. Now, it's up to you, of course. We're all adults here. But the ex is an ex for a reason. And I always say that. And if you've thought about it and you realize that they were not good for you at all, you're not going to choose that one. And if the second one, excuse me, my throat is dry. Although I don't understand why. I've been drinking a ton of water. Yeah, excuse me, Lord. If they come on to you and they want to take you out, just know that they're in a lustful mode. They're coming out. We're all coming out of Mercury retrograde, so they want to make something happen, especially this whole month. Was the end of June, and then all of the last couple of weeks here in July, it's been very slow. Nothing's been happening. Nobody's contacting anybody. And so now they want to come back and say, I was thinking about you, but this and this and this happened. So it's up to you if you want to forgive them or if you want to go out on a date with them. So I'll leave that part up to you. Me, I'm waiting for a rich man. I know maybe I'm out of my league that way, but I still want somebody who can take me for a nice steak dinner. Okay, truth be told, so we have to tell ourselves, we have to realize that, is it us that we're holding ourselves back, or is it other people sending us through our mind or through our dreams, just dark spells or whatever. Now, I'm not into that dark spell kind of stuff. I leave that to the kitchen witches who think they know everything, which they do not. I tell you, I just don't understand these people who think that they can just, if they keep on repeating certain spells or whatever they're doing, that it's going to come true. But you and I, we are strong. We have taken our power back. We have healed from past hurts. And now nothing is getting past us. So, truth be told, we have to talk to ourselves and take care of our own business and take care of the things that we know we need to do. So we need to be truthful to ourselves and nobody else. And if it's a family member who is just so, and I see two family members, a woman and a man or a boy, I see two of them and they're just jealous as hell, thinking that you have the life that they deserve. Not you, they deserve. And yet they're not doing anything about it. They just keep on thinking that I or you and we should just give it to them. I'm like, what? No. So rethink that and be cautious of who you talk to this week. Don't mention what you're doing or what you're working on. Just listen and then say, I'll get back to you later. And then this one, we had this card last week. It's called flexible. And that's just going with the flow this week, making sure that you have all your I's dotted and T's crossed, and especially if you're working on a secret project that's just for you, don't tell anybody about it. Just keep on doing it, working on it. And, if you need to, because this is towards the end of Mercury retrograde, you may want to stay to yourself and finish up projects that you know you need to, because once Mercury does go direct, things are going to be so busy you won't have the time to spend as much as you want to on those projects that are special to your heart and that are it's supposed to be for your destiny. And your destiny is to be the best person and the best soul that you can possibly be, so that the collective, and by collective I mean angels, God, Jesus, Mother Mary, see that you are on the right side of things. And trust me, they will bless you with things that you have forgotten about. And all of a sudden, all these good things are going to be happening to you, and only because you listen to Spirit and you're doing as they suggested. Now, building blocks, and to be fair, let's move this along here. Building blocks, let me get this, and to be fair, this is just doing things as, not what the latest and the greatest are doing. And it is doing it the old-fashioned way, building your business or building your life one block at a time, making sure that each step that you do is completed and has a special meaning to you, and that you've done all the paperwork and that you've done all the education and research that you possibly can to make your life a better place, a better thing, or something to aspire to in your life for you, because you deserve it. Not that your friends and family want to, get out of you, or new friends or old friends want to suddenly, contact you because they see you doing things that they are not and they want to be a part of it. It's like riding the old coattails kind of thing. So you need to just be fair to yourself and don't tell other friends, oh, yeah, you can do that. And all they're going to do is just bring you down, take your money, steal your money or whatever. And you cannot afford that anymore in your life. Things are tough all over. The last thing you can do or have or can is to loan other people money. Let God provide that to you. Like they might, maybe you might get an email from your credit card, and they love the fact that you've paid every month. And what they done, they doubled your amount. Maybe you started out with $1,100 and now it's, $2,100, that kind of thing. That's a blessing you had no idea was going to happen, and yet it did. So pay attention to those things that may show up for you. Okay. We have the thinker and to be fair. Did we do to be fair? Let's I think we did to be fair. So let's now do the thinker and unfinished symphony. Now, thinker is, like I said before, you've got your plan in action. You're trying to get everything going and make a list. If you type in the typewriter, make a list of all the things that you still need to do. Check them off as you go. If there's software you need, make a list of all the specific software that you can afford, of course. And one by one, buy it. When you save up enough money, not use the checking account that is used for bills or monthly bills, but that you've saved up for that. Or if you do get something from your credit card and they raised your rates, raised your limit, then go ahead and buy the things that you need because you have the money. Of course, you always have to pay it back, of course, but that's just the name of the game. That's how, life just happens to us. But be careful and think things through before you go ahead and do that. Now, this unfinished symphony, maybe it's a relationship that comes back, and maybe the guy that ghosted you, or the ex-husband that left you for somebody else, or maybe it's a family member who, like I said, is just jealous because you made something of yourself and they got married and had 4 kids. Whatever it is, and I love kids, and I tried for 6 years and spent thousands of dollars to get pregnant. It just wasn't in the cards for me. And I still love God. Although I wish he would have just let me know without having to spend all that money. But it is what it is, and I still love kids. And so, anyway, I digress. Anyway, so maybe somebody comes back and they want to apologize for doing you wrong, or laughing in your face, or telling you that you're ugly, overweight, or whatever, and they want somebody new. Blah, 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 but they have not yet looked themselves into the mirror. And what you want to do is point that out to them. They're not a prize egg themselves, but nobody is in this life. So you need to make sure that who or what tries to come back is really what you want. You've grown so much, you've matured so much, your soul is even showing you the ways and the means and the hows. You just need to pay attention. So be careful. Somebody might want to wiggle their way back in, and you know that they're not good for you, so it's totally up to you. I don't pressure anybody to making any decisions that they not want to, but don't come back to me if it ends up being the wrong one, that decision that you made. So that's all I'm saying. And see, and this card is so right on, not for you. So maybe this is the little inkling that I was talking about, the unfinished symphony over there, about the people trying to wiggle their way back into your life, or maybe somebody new who may look good on the outside, but on the inside, he's just a rascal. He's a cheater, he does drugs, or whatever the case is. This card is trying to tell you it's not for you. Wait until the next couple of months, by all means, go out and have some iced tea or a beer or whatever, maybe even have lunch or dinner. But do not have sex with this person who is just coming in, or this ex. Do not have any of that smoochy, schmexual stuff. I love that. I got that schmexual from other tarot readers. I thought that was the best way to describe it, because it won't work out. Okay? See, Spirit has your back, and they are guiding you. Just because it might take another 30 to 60 days, they are guiding you. Your spirit guides are guiding you to the right person. They want you to get all the other crap out of the way so they can bring in what they see for you, what you've been desiring, what's best for your life and your soul. So pay attention. I love this. And then here we go. See, in the next couple months, I see a loyal heart. This person is going to be able to read your mind and know exactly what you need when you need it, and they're going to be jolly on the spot for you. Man or woman, it doesn't matter. This person or people, maybe somebody is divorced and has a child. Maybe somebody's ex-wife, it could be an ex-wife with a child. I'm not sure. But somebody maybe have passed away. And, and they have a child, and they're looking for somebody to be something like a mother to their child. That's up to you. But this man is a family man, or this woman is a family woman, and they are looking for somebody that they can build a life together with. So, and just, if you're not sure when you first meet this person, ask that they take it slow, because you want to make sure that you're attracted to them, but you want to make sure you don't want to make any mistakes any longer in life. So as somebody comes into your life, take it slow, get to know them, and spend several outings with them, and just to be sure before you let things get any closer, if you know what I mean. So this week is pretty good. It's got some good parts to it. It's just asking us to know that with Mercury retrograde, always with Mercury retrograde, when it's ending, it's always it's a little tough to get past the Mercury ending. So take things slow and steady. Don't make any, really start decisions or anything like that until Mercury retrograde is over. And that's when things start to speed up. So, with that, I hope that you will subscribe and like. If you want a personal reading, all the information is down. You just, email me and with the address below and tell me you would like a reading or what kind of reading. It's all listed below. And then we'll get it started. So, with that, I want you to have a wonderful, safe, and cooler week ahead. So, this is 3-3 Lightworker. 333 Lightworker. See, I needed another glass of water. Bye bye, and have a wonderful week. Bye bye.